welcome back to my channel. Today I will be setting up January in my bullet journal. This video is quite late because I just recently received the kit that I am using this month. This kit is the 2021 New Year's mini kit from TheCoffeeMonsterzCo. I picked this up from her shop during Black Friday, and since I'm a long way from where the shop is, it just arrived. So let's get to it. For my cover page, I decided to mimic this 2021 balloons in the kit, so I am using this bubble font for most of my headers. I'm not very good at freehanding fonts, so I usually find a guide on Pinterest, so I will link this specific guide that I use. I tried to find brush pens that I already have in my collection to use for this setup, and I found some pretty good matches. However, some of the browns and the yellow that I used came out a little darker than I wanted. So I used the colorless blender pen to try and make it lighter, and that worked perfectly. I am using a random piece of plastic just to transfer the ink to the colors that I want to use, and then picking that up with the colorless blender pen to make it easier to color in the balloons. Next, I am using the stamps also from TheCoffeeMonsterzCo. I will be using a lot of her products in this setup. She has these star stamps that are hanging from a string, so I just stamped that on the top in varying heights. And then I colored that in with yellow, and then some of it I colored without using the blender pen so that they all have different shades. On the left is my coat page, and I am starting out by drawing these stars and moon hanging from some string. And I am using the quote, "Trust the magic of new beginnings," because we all need a new beginning after 2020. As I was writing down new beginnings, I realized I spelled beginnings wrong. So I wanted to cover that up with a yellow post-it, but since the writing is too dark and it still shows through the post-it, first I am taking some correction tape and going over that so that the background is clean, and I'm writing new beginnings again onto my post-it. But when I was about to stick that, some of the correction tape is still showing through, so I put some washi tape to hide that. I am adding some little stars and confetti shapes to the right side just to add more details, and just coloring that in with my yellow brush pen. And that is it for my cover page. The next page is my calendar spread, so I am starting by drawing in my January calendar. I am using these date covers from TheCoffeeMonsterzCo, and I think they just match the kit really well. So I'm placing that on the top of the calendar, and now I am lettering in January in that same bubble font. By this time, I realized that when using the blender pen, coloring it in circular motions looks better than going in just one direction. Now I am placing in the washi strips from the kit, and since it doesn't fit perfectly because it was made for bigger planners, I am just cutting out the excess with my cutter. For the date numbers, I am using this sheet also from TheCoffeeMonsterzCo. I believe this is Helen's lettering. And I am just using tweezers to make it easier to stick on the numbers because these are really small stickers, so the tweezers really help to get them where exactly I want them to. On the sidebar, I am making a YouTube and Instagram growth tracker, so I am just freehanding the YouTube and Instagram logos, and I'm not very good at freehanding any doodles, but it turned out pretty good. It's good enough for me. Next, I am using the Studio L2E stamps, so I'm taking the star bullet points and then using the to-do header from the kit for my monthly to-do list. I'm using these TheCoffeeMonsterzCo stamps to decorate the top of my sidebar. So I just used the star stamps as well as this emoji on a cloud, which I think matches the bottom washi perfectly. I just colored in the bottom of the clouds with my brown Tombow. Finally, I am just adding the stars and confetti doodles, and that's it for my calendar. The next spread is my day in a line spread. So I number the days 1 to 31, in this case for January, and each day I just write any significant events that happen. I'm using these stamps from Studio L2E to stamp in the numbers. And it doesn't fit my acrylic block and I don't have any other blocks, so I am just using my ruler as an acrylic block instead. This worked really well, but I'm still figuring out how to properly stamp it so that it lines up with the dot grids, so I'm just gonna be needing more practice, but it wasn't so bad. On the right, I just have my money tracker as well as my credit card tracker. So for the money tracker, I use it to track any balances that I need to compare over the next months. And at the bottom is for any credit card spending, just so I have that data in my bullet journal. This is my first weekly spread of the month. I put the first 2 days of January here as well because I didn't want them to be in my 2020 bullet journal. So I just wrote down the numbers with that bubble font, and then I'm using the Studio L2E stamps for the days of the week. Finally, I am putting these 2 full boxes from the kits. The first one saying 2021 and the second one saying Happy New Year. And that is it for my January setup. Here is a quick flip through of all the spreads I made for January. I really love how it turned out. I really hope you liked this video, and if you did, please leave it a thumbs up. Please subscribe if you haven't already, and I'll see you in my next video. Bye!